to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda and it's Blue Monday! Yay! It's Blue Monday. I love Blue Mondays. I'm reducing my blue scraps because I'm overwhelmed with them by making blocks and giving them out to you guys so you can sew along with me with whatever color you want. And I'm going to end up making a charity quilt with all my blocks when I'm done. So, the one we're calling today is Dark Matter. Now, we've had requests and requests and requests. How do I use my large scale prints? Well, this is about as large scale as you're going to get. And if you haven't, this is a K facet. So this is just this beautiful print. I thought, okay, let's feature this because this is really large scale and you'll see how all of this goes together. But first, let's do our shout out before we forget. Okay, Kristen from Fabric Scrap Love. Her channel is doing some beautiful things and she's having lots of fun over there, and a lot of her quilts and projects or whatever are all scraps, so you gotta go check her out. Go give her some encouragement and love and tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. It's a way of lifting her up. She doesn't know the shout out's coming, so that was fun. Now her YouTube channel is going to be in the show notes. It's so important to get into the show notes because you get your cutting instructions and all the other things I talk about here at the beginning, right? We also have the community round robin and the dates as to when all of those blocks and borders or the rounds were released or being released and who is part of that group, right? You've got Future Cat from New Zealand, you got Kelley from Kelley's Quilts and Cruises, and Michelle from Bits and Pieces. Now those blocks are beautiful. They're showing up in our Facebook group feed, and I'm just so excited whenever I see one because it's amazing how our idea is being being put out there, and all the different lovely fabric, the colors and the color palettes and just all the fabric. It's just wonderful to see all this coming to life. Now, we also have a Facebook group, right, where we're posting a lot of these pictures, and we do a lot of the same thing Facebook groups do. We have all sorts of community chats. We have a virtual sewing room in Discord. We have fabric exchanges by country, all organized. It's just, let's see, free recipes, free patterns, and just a general community chat, what's going on. And, people are having fun and hanging out. And that Discord room is perfect for people. If you want to go meet some new people and make them part of your life and become friends with them, that's the perfect place to go hang out. We also do Zoom sew dates, are also in that show notes. And they're listed out from now until the end of December. And I have lots of fun on those dates, and so do the people that come. And we get lots done, and we do lots of chatting, and we do lots of show and tell, and what you're working on, and what's inspiring you this week. And we just have fun. And if you don't feel like sewing that day and you want to bring your knitting, come hang out. It'll be great. No problem. Now, also, I speak for free to quilting groups and quilting guilds. I speak about scrap fabric or making, using your scraps. I talk about elements of design, and I talk about charity quilts. So if your group is looking for those kind of topics to be addressed, that's fine. I do it over Zoom, and I do it for free. So that's important. So all you have to do is get a hold of me either through my email, which I don't really like, or the Facebook group. Just message me through on Facebook, and I'll be happy to, find some time for you, to go speak to your group. So like I say, they have to approach me and make the schedule. I can't go say, hey, can I come talk to your group? Yeah, it doesn't work that way. But we always have a great time, and I meet so many amazing quilters at those speaking engagements, and I am so inspired when I leave of all the talented people that are out there in our quilting community. It's just wonderful. So without further ado, let's come on in and get this block sewn. It's called Dark Matter. Okay, this one here, we're at the sewing machine, and Dark Matter, beautiful K facet print. I thought, okay, you guys want large scale florals because that's what's in your stash, your scraps. This is what we're going to work with. So, but first we have to do some 4 at a time flying geese. And I know you guys are going, oh no, not flying geese again. Yes, flying geese. So I've got all my stuff marked. I have pencil line and my little broken magic wand, my Fons and Porter ruler. I really like this ruler, but every time I get a ruler like that, the end breaks, and it's just because it's so thin and narrow. So what we're going to do is we're going to line this up real careful like and pin it in place. These 4 at a time flying geese are just a godsend, because there's going to be flying geese coming away from that block, or you know, going along these sides here of the block, right? So yeah, we played around with this, and I decided, okay, we want, like, how would you represent a dark hole? You know, sucking in the universe. Well, this is kind of like what we're doing here, so bear with us. It's a work in progress. So again, you want to make 8 flying geese. You're doing the 4 at a time method, so this will come together really quick. And this one is this method, I'm really surprised always when I'm sewing it, how well it comes together and how little trimming this involves, right? So I do have a dark and a medium, right? And the medium is not the same as the K facet color, but it's close enough. It's kind of close. It'll work for the effect I want to get. So now what we're doing, okay, so I've got my flat foot on so I can see really well. I want to sew right on those lines. I don't want to wobble and wiggle too much. I want to get right in there. There we go. When we get to the end, we pivot around, just like that, and all the way down. And we snip off that plug. There we go. And we go up the other one, just nice and neat. Okay. And we give it a pivot. There. Okay. Well, now you get both of them off. And you get rid of all your pins off of here, because you'll stab yourself 100 times, or at least I will. It seems lately all I do whenever I have to pin something, I stab myself. It's like, oh my gosh. And it's no good to bleed on the fabric. If you ever do bleed on the fabric, you can use your own spit to remove your blood stain. I know that sounds kind of gross that you're spitting on your own fabric, but if it's, you know, you can, yeah, the enzyme in your spit breaks down the blood. So that's something to keep in mind, just in case you do bleed. Now, you've got 4 pieces that kind of look like this. They don't look like they're going to make anything, but trust me, they make the cutest little flying goose you ever want to see. Then you want to take your pieces again, like that. Put them up. Okay, and I do all of them at once. I just, you know, I don't sew one. I line all of them up. I take that, because now you've got only 4 of them to do, so it's not a big tragedy, but they will make 8 little flying geese. Now, somebody said there is a way of doing 2 at a time. Yes, there is. I find when I'm working with my scraps, sometimes I have a hard time making the 4 at a time, because my scraps simply are not big enough to cut this extra size piece, right? So it creates a little bit of problems trying to teach people to do these unless you go out of your way and find bigger pieces to work with, right? So, but I will show you the 2 at a time flying goose method. It works really well. I'm not necessarily a fan, because, like I say, I use that flip and stitch method because I know I can find pieces that are smaller, right? But not necessarily pieces that are bigger. But you need 8 flying geese for this block. So And they have to be the 2.5 by 4.5 inch unfinished size, so that's important. Okay, let's get this one sewn. Again, you want to sew just on the lines. You don't want to wobble or, you know, oops, I forgot to, I didn't sew it. I didn't pin it right. Wait. Oh no. There we go. There we go. Pin it like that and we're good. Okay. You just give it a little tug to pull out a little thread so you can pivot. And we keep rolling along with this. There. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, one. There's another one. There you go. There. And the last one. Yay! Yeah, these really don't look like anything. when they're like at this stage, it's like, that's not going to be a flying goose, but it does. It looks like a really weird heart that you're going to do, right? So it's like, but it works. It does work. Okay. Let's get this. Okay. Get all the pins out and put them away because we don't need to be playing with them anymore. Okay. And there. Now, I'm just going to take this and cut right up the center of these with a bigger scissor. There. Just like that. And like that, once you get them all done, then you start spreading out that extra corner. There. And once you start doing that, you have a flying goose. Now that flying goose probably, like I say, I'm going to take a quick break here to trim those flying geese, just to make sure that they're all, you know, 2.5 by 4.5, because that's what we need that flying goose to measure perfectly at. And you're trimming away threads. And the little, you know, the little dog ear things or bunny ear things or whatever they're called, whatever people are calling them nowadays. But yeah, like you're not trimming away a lot of stuff. And yes, you can trim them with those block locks or whatever. I'm just going to use ruler because that's what I have. So this is what they look like here, right? Now I'm going to come back with them all trimmed up and looking great. And then we'll show you what the rest of the block looks like. Okay, all the dog ears have been trimmed off and they're looking good. I'm gonna, like I say, this works out really well. So this is our block. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to sew these together like this. Now I'm sewing them from this side, right? Because I want, where those threads cross, that's going to be the point of my goose. And I don't want to lose my point off the head of my goose. So I'm going to sew those little flying geese with the point up, because then I get a perfect match, or at least I get my goose then, right? The tip of my goose. Now let's go like this. There we go. And there we go. And like this. Oops, just line them up. And lastly, this one. There we go. Okay. So, okay. These two go together. Okay, so now I'm going to press this so that they're like this. So basically, I'm pressing with the goose at the bottom, the fat part at the bottom, and this way. So that And you can see I've got my perfect points. So now these two are going to go together just like that. And I'm going to sew from this side to, because I want to keep all those beautiful points. There we go. And again, I'm going to press up. There I got my nice sharp point. Oh, come on, let's get this. Yes, I got all four of them nice. Oh, wow. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, now line them up. And you want to, again, get that point. Make sure you get those points, because this one makes this block really shine, that you've done some, you know, just lovely work. Okay, there we go. And again, you want that. Oh yes, perfect. Yay, perfect. And this one goes like that. Oops. Nice. Okay, so you're just going to put this together now like an uneven 4-patch. Essentially is what you're going to do, right? So the first thing we do is we want to sew these two, and the point on that flying goose is right there. So, okay. And I make my point. Yes, I do. Perfect. And now the larger piece goes here, just along there. And you want to make sure that you don't twist your seams from the back. So you just want to cut just like that. Okay. There we go. And okay. There we go. Okay, now we put our plug in. Now, this is, oops, hang on. So this is our block. And now, in order to see this point, because that's your last point now, you want to fold it this way and run your fabric this way, so you don't mess up your point here. So you're going to put this under the needle like so. And there we go. Just like that. Okay. Okay, this one presses. There we go. Can you imagine doing an entire quilt with Kate Fassett with this like this idea with the darks and the mediums? This would be just stunning. Okay, now here we're coming up to our point. We don't want to mess up that point, and we're perfectly on. Yay! And we get this off. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to show you how I press this, or how I did this, because I press this in to the solid piece, because that provides your least resistance, right? So you're pressing in this way, and you're going to press in on the dark solid piece too, because that's going to be the path of least resistance, right? So here's from the back what it's going to look like. Oh, you might have been able to swirl that, but no, I think I'm going to leave it like that. This might be just a bit, but you could probably push that down with an iron. Good. So there you are from the back. That's your pressing. So all of this goes up along the side this way. You give it a good press, and everything should just lay absolutely flat for you. So let's get to our ta-da moment. Okay, so here's our ta-da moment on dark matter. You guys are always making requests to use your large scale prints, and this is a really good one. You've got 8.5 inches to play around with this block. And we did get to show you how to make that 4-time flying geese. Now, if you were to make an entire quilt of this, you could do one block this way and then another block this way, and then, keep rotating it around, and you wouldn't have to worry about trying to match up seams. Say thank you. So, but anyways, we thought we'll give this one a go. It was a lot of fun putting it together. I'll have to talk to Deb from Sewing with Debee if she'll do this, because this is a perfect asymmetrical block to play with. So, and give you guys some pattern layout ideas and that as well. Now, I have to, she might not be able to do it, but I hope she is able to do it. So, I hope life is going just absolutely grand for you, and you're spending time with friends and family, and you're around people that love you and want to take care of you and think you're wonderful. So, until we meet each other again, you guys take care, and okay, bye! Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure and quilting. And, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts, okay? So you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again, okay? Bye!